I just realized with that 30-second countdown, it's kind of like you're in the upside down with all that white stuff just kind of floating up like that. And now I feel a little weirded out by the fact that we used that. In any case, I'm Josh Olive. I'm with Haven Comics. You're here for the Haven Comics Quiz Show where we ask people questions and we hand out prizes. Sometimes that's a willy-nilly process, and sometimes it's not. So if you want to see exactly how it works, we'll be making it up as we go along here in just 1 minute. Everybody, I'm back. Josh Olive, Haven Comics. Haven Comics, the best comic book store on Slaughter Road. We've expanded from one small location on Slaughter Road to being the best on the entire road, maybe even in all of Madison, which I think we can probably still say that. So look at us. We're amazing. And as always, tonight with me, my co-host, the one, the only, Mr. Jeremy Bernard, the official realtor of Haven Comics. He will buy your house, sell your house, flip your house, put your house in the upside down where it's scary. Mr. Jeremy Bernard, how you doing, sir?
I'm doing okay. How many comic book stores are in Madison?
I think just the one.
What about Second and Charles? They're pretty good.
That's not a comic book store.
I mean, they
have comic books, but they're not a comic book store.
Yeah. So we're in the upside down tonight?
Definitively, last year, in the Best of Huntsville, Haven Comics was second place in the best bookstore category, which we're not even a bookstore. And Second and Charles was way down there.
Who did we lose to?
Barnes and Noble. Which is kind of weird because it's supposed to be like for local stuff. And yeah. I wouldn't exactly categorize Barnes and Noble as local, but I wouldn't also categorize Haven as a bookstore. Yeah. Well, let's see who all we've got over in the chat so far. We've got Mr. Zachary Jordan. Dude is like first one on every time lately. He's awesome. Thank you, Zachary, for joining us. Mr. Alan Breedlove at the Breedlove Asylum, where the inmates run the place. How you doing, Alan? Hope everything is well. It looks like Aaron Michaels has joined us. We have. Look at that. What a nice guy.
He's talking about me.
Oh. Well, that could be. Oh, check it out. We have got Sherry Callahan in the house. Sherry used to be located just a couple of spots down from Haven. And we miss her. We miss her coming by the store. We miss her bringing her dog Panda by the store. Panda was awesome. Little row of double teeth on the bottom. He was like a little mutant. He was beautiful, sweet dog. Hope he's doing all right. In the Breedlove Awards, I didn't even know that those were a thing. That's amazing. Check that out. I'm very pleased by that.
Well, what about the
What was
upside
our
down?
competition like for the Breedlove Awards? And where's our trophy?
I think we're the best in the upside down too, and I have a video to prove it.
I do love that one. And
you can't skip an opportunity to play that.
No, I suppose that's true. Mr. Zach Bringman in the house. How you doing, Zach? Okay. He's already claiming he's going to get that Canadian question and win those 25 Haven pesos. Bill Fisher in the house. How you doing? Christine Mayo. Always good to see you here, Christine. Thank you for joining us. Oh, see, clarification. It wasn't just for you, Jeremy.
He's so sweet. He's such a sweet guy. He's got to come back and say it's you too.
And Sherry, so great. Yeah, we miss you guys, Sherry. We hope you're doing all right. Do what?
After you called her dog a mutant.
Oh, he is. He's a sweet little adorable mutant. Mutant doesn't necessarily mean bad.
Yeah, true.
I mean, I'm pretty sure you've mutated somehow.
You don't want to know.
Apparently, there's not a trophy, but there is a certificate coming. I hope that comes with a great big Boston butt, because I hear that Breedlove Asylum. I hear that at Breedlove Asylum, the accommodations are nice, comfy, and padded, but also the menu is fantastic. I've heard that. Andrew, how you doing, sir? We need to have you on here sometime, and you can talk about your comic cloaks. We need to get that done.
Andrew's
Ryan Williams. one of these days we're just gonna have to have you on as the guest, man, because you've got more Haven bucks waiting at the store than just about anybody. I think. You're the man. And see, she even says it's okay. He is a mutant. Sweet little dog. God, he's the most beautiful, wonderful little dog. So we'll tag back in as we get some more folks on in the chat. But, okay, yeah, that's true. He's got little Ewok teeth. He is adorable. What a face. Gotta love that dog. But it's me, it's you, and this doesn't work if we don't have somebody in to answer our questions, right? So
who is it? Let's see.
This week, we have a very special guest, a very good friend of mine, somebody who I think the world of and admire. That is Miss Rebecca Bloom. How you doing, Rebecca?
I'm great. How are you guys?
Good. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
I've already met you, but it's nice to see you again.
Rebecca,
it's always a treat.
You've got a really impressive setup. What do you do that requires that setup?
Requires it, yeah, but I do the Twitch thing a little bit. And I
do they have a pill for that? Is that a nervous condition? Or
yeah. It's social anxiety twitching. So right. Might as well lean into it. Double down, don't back down. But I do Extra Life, the video game fundraiser campaign. And last year, because of the world as we know it, right, we went entirely virtual. And so my team went on Twitch and we did it all virtual last year. And so I figured, hey, let's just upgrade it. So I've been doing some streaming on the side.
Now, what is that thing you got there to your right? That looks like a giant, I guess it looks kind of like a super fancy jukebox or something. What is that?
My computer?
I can't tell from here. All I see, it looks like is that a screen with stuff on it?
No, that's the inside of, that's Astrid. That is my beautiful computer. That's the inside case. Yes, of course.
Are you nice to it for when it takes over?
Yeah, no, I always say thank you. Even when I'm talking to my Alexa, like I make sure to say please and thank you, because when the AI overlords rule us, we want them to remember us and fondly. At least that's my take on it.
That way they save you for last.
Right. Priorities.
I really want to say the name and see if I can get your machine to turn on. But I'm not going to do it.
I got earbuds in.
Smart. So, Rebecca.
She's too clever for you. She already thought of that.
She outwitted me before she even met me. All right. Weird question. Start you off right.
Oh, I don't know if you know this, but he asked some probing questions.
Yes.
That are guaranteed to make you go, why did he ask me that?
Yeah,
I reserve the right to lie and improv ad nauseum.
You can lie, but you can't withhold. So, pick two animals, your favorite two animals, and then cut them in half and mix them, but pick one half. Go.
Whoa.
Cut them in half and mix them, but pick one half. But then
you gotta mix them, but then you gotta pick the half that you chose, right?
Okay, give us an example, because I'm confused by this question.
Right, if I'm cutting them in half and mixing them and then picking a half, then I'm just picking half of one of my favorite animals.
You're making it too hard. So cat, dog, and then pick which half you want.
Dog.
Like the back end of the cat? Is that what
Nailed
you're saying?
It. Rebecca, Question 1. Right out the bat, you got it right.
I'm so confused.
Who's not? All right, so
I would agree on if you could mix two animals together and have a rhinoceros with butterfly wings or something. Okay, let's see what we can do. That could be cool, but then
that is some Avatar: The Last Airbender stuff, and I am here for that.
Okay, because I thought he had me right until he started wanting to cut them in half, and then I'm like, what is he doing?
You gotta cut them in half. You can't let them stay that way.
That's valid. Yeah, no, that tracks.
Or you could cut them right down the center and just have the left side. Guys, stay with me.
That's what I mean. It was blowing my mind because I was trying to figure out if I'm cutting them in half and then putting them together and then choosing a half, then it's just I'm choosing. But anyway, yeah, cool.
Now you know
off to a great start.
You got Josh, who makes sense, and then me. So.
Oh God, Josh is the one that makes sense. We are in trouble.
You are not wrong. And this is Owen Anderson, the man who writes all the questions. So if you feel that the questions are too easy or too hard, he's the one you should love or hate.
Yeah, huge shout out to Owen. I just read through the questions. I think they're great.
You don't have to answer them, Jeremy.
That's true. I didn't know any of them, and that's why I like them.
So did Owen come up with the 2 halves of your favorite animal question?
No, that's straight out of Jeremy's head. Don't worry.
Okay.
The ones that have prizes associated with them will make a lot more sense.
Tracking.
The fact that people are going on the comments about this is kind of freaking me out.
Oh, I just checked 38 comments I haven't looked at.
This is not right, man. What is wrong with you people?
I have comments turned off because I figured like it would be cheating if I were to look at them. And so, yeah. If there are any good ones, please make sure to highlight them so that I can see them pop up on the screen.
Oh, absolutely.
That's integrity. I like you already.
Oh, she's got that in spades.
You know.
And talk while we've got folks as a captive audience here, talk a little bit about Extra Life and how people can participate in that.
Dude, absolutely. So we've already got our team set up, ready to go this year. It is the Tallest Friends of North Alabama. So if you did Google, we are tall in our hearts, not in our stature, because I am not physically imposing. But if you do want to become a part of it, Google us. Just look for Extra Life Tallest Friends.
Can I pause you one moment because I have got to highlight something. Brandy Wine is someone I have not seen since we were kids. We used to live on the same street. She lived down just like a few houses down from me. We used to play all the time. We played Chronicles of Narnia together. She was always like the rabbit with the extra long ears who could hear things for miles. That was her favorite. Brandy Wine, it is amazing to see you on here. You're awesome. I still think the world of you, and I miss you. So I'm just super glad and happy that you popped up on here. Enjoy.
Awesome.
Hang out with us for a bit if you can. We ask nerdy questions, and we hand out prizes. It's a lot of fun.
So if she was the rabbit, who was your go-to character?
Well, I always liked the kid with a sword, but I also liked the beaver because I got these teeth. I don't know if y'all have noticed, but
That's awesome.
Awesome. And Brandy loves comics too. God, I knew it. She's so great. She had the coolest treehouse. After I moved to England, they built a treehouse in the backyard. There was this awesome multi-level thing. I never got to play in it, but I missed it so much. It was so cool.
We're gonna have to get Brandy on.
Great human being, Brandy. I miss getting to hang out and talk with her.
If that treehouse did not lead to Narnia or some other type of otherworldly portal like that, then that's just it's a shame. And in my head canon, that treehouse led to Narnia. So
yeah, you did it wrong if it didn't lead to somewhere else. I agree with you.
Naturally.
So I am so sorry. I interrupted you about Extra Life and the Tallest
Friends Network of North Alabama.
What is it and how can we help?
We have a team. I will send you guys the link afterwards so as not to distract from the quiz show too much. But if you're video gamers and you want to join the team, sign up, be part of it, raise money. It's like a 5K, but it's a lot more fun because you play games for 24 hours to raise money for Children's of Alabama, as opposed to like doing physical exercise. So game day is always the first Saturday in November, but we get to raise funds and do fundraising stuff for it all year round.
You were about to lose me at like a marathon, but you picked me right back up. So
right, you're right. Yeah. No, video games, fun, and you help support children and the families that can't afford critical care in the state's only Children's of Alabama Hospital, Children's of Alabama in Birmingham. So
we're very excited to help you with that. And if you'll get us the link, we'll make sure everybody that is associated has it, because that's definitely a noble cause.
Awesome. Haven has been a long time prize participant for some of our raffle prizes. So we like Haven. Yeah.
Well, we like you too, and we appreciate what you do.
Good people, I guess.
That's right. We just hang out together.
Right.
Do goodness. I think that's healthy. I think we should do more of that. If we have the means to give back, we should give back. That's what I think. What I also think is that we've got a quiz show, and that means we have questions, but it also means we have prizes. And I think we should cut to the prize cam and show off what the prizes are that are at stake tonight. What do you say?
Let's see them. Yeah.
You got to see what you're in this for, right?
Exactly.
See which ones you're like, hey, I did that, and which ones you want to punt on.
We've got some cool stuff today. We've got an X-Men sketch cover comic with Wolverine by local artist Tom Price.
That dude has been pumping out covers for this show, and he is amazing.
He does a really good job. He got some class, that guy. We've got the Ultimates Volume 1 trade paperback. We've got some Eraser, the gelatinous feely things. We've got a Scooby-Doo. Not quite a feely thing, but I think you could bend it if you really tried. We've got some second variants of Champions Outlawed and Department of Truth. Department of Truth is crazy weird. Some people love it, some people hate it, but these are both just really cool books. I'm giving you guys. For
anybody who doesn't know, Department of Truth has just been optioned as a TV show. And that book is already going up in value, but it's about to be going up a lot more.
Crazy. Man, those things spike so hard. Okay.
I will get that to you, Brandy.
We've got a Ninja Turtles print by great artist Corbin Delaney. We've got a Smash Up expansion. And then prize cam, if you'll scroll down. Well, that's the big one. You scrolled over. Okay. I'm afraid you guys are getting sick of my comic book, so instead I just threw in this original artwork of Deadpool on craft paper.
He's saying taco? Is that what I am to infer from that?
Oh yeah.
Or chimichanga, I guess, would be appropriate also.
That's a taco. I went with the left choice opportunity there. Went with taco. So that's original art by me that I'm giving away, and then prize cam, if you'll bounce up there. We have, Josh, tell us more about this. We have the signed X-Men Ultimate 45.
That is Ultimate X-Men number 45, signed by cover artist David Finch. I love his art. He is a phenomenal artist. And we managed to snag a book with his autograph on it. So we wanted to hand out a cool autographed book as a prize.
I got to admit, I didn't know who that was signed by. I had no idea. I just couldn't read it. But Finch is a great artist. He does a lot of really cool covers, and I'm definitely glad to see that. Zachary, you just got to win it. You got to hope Rebecca fails, and you just, pick up the slack.
Again, what brings people together? Rooting for failure.
I have to say, I particularly would like for you to win the Department of Truth book, Rebecca, because I think you would dig this story. The first issue ends with a cliffhanger that you're like, what just happened? It's a reveal and a cliffhanger at the same time, and it is something.
Well, I'll be gunning for that one for sure. I mean, I'll be gunning for all of them because I don't like losing, but,
Nobody likes to lose. While I'm thinking about it, and maybe because I get the feeling, being of the younger generation, that you do more of the YouTube thing than I do. Is there something involved in subscribing to YouTube channels and liking things that you should hit buttons and ring bells and smash things?
There is subscribe, and I think there's also follow on YouTube. Now I'm not. Honestly, I haven't delved into the YouTube verse all that much, but I'm pretty sure subscribe and follow are the two YouTube nomenclatures.
So people should do that, right?
Yeah, they should do that, I imagine.
Guys, if you are on YouTube, just hit every button that isn't a thumbs down. If it's a thumbs down, leave it alone. But every other button.
She should win. She has Astrid on her side. Brandy,
100% right. Brandy.
Oh, I had to read the ending twice to Department of Truth. I did too, actually, because I was like, "There's no way that can be what I. That's not what I just read, is it?" Okay, yeah, it's fantastic.
Is it like a Hail Hydra like level? reveal or something just totally different?
I would say it's bigger than that.
Okay.
It's an independent book, so it's not Marvel or anything. It's just out of the blue. And I will say the art style is not my favorite because it's intentionally kind of muddy and weird. But it's pretty impressive. It is pretty impressive. I totally dig it.
Cool.
Yeah, while we're talking about it, super quick shout out to Owen Anderson, talking about the Department of Truth. He gave me issue 1 because he's a stellar dude. I love him to death. I can't say thank you enough for what a cool guy he is.
No, he is amazing. Love that guy. So for the first question out of the gate, we like to warm people up by giving them swag that they can wear to represent us. So we have to pay people to represent us. So what do we got there, Jeremy?
We've got some Haven Comic stickers. Josh, I need the stabby things.
They're at the store. All you got to do is pick them up.
Oh, man, I got to look for something.
They're right there on the counter.
Do a job. Got to pick stuff up.
They're on the counter.
I will get
with the dice.
Thing. I will get the stabby thing, and whoever wins this, you'll get a stabby thing. It is a little Haven Comics branded balloon popper. You can
you can put it through your lanyard if you have to go to work and wear lanyards. If you're fancy and you have to dress up in a suit, you can put this in the lapel. Because nothing says fancy like Haven Comics. And that would be the stabby implement that he's talking about, because it will stab you. So do not take the rubber thing off and sit it like this in a chair and forget.
Or if you're bold, do it. Just roll the dice. What do we know? You live your life the way you want to live.
Yeah, I think that's
chaotic neutral. He's got this chaotic neutral energy.
Me?
So if you've ever played a game with Jeremy, you just hit the nail right on the head.
I'm a straight
He's like, what if we explode it and take out the orphanage? That'll be a distraction while we run in. And the man will think up stuff that you're like, that shouldn't be something that goes through a man's head.
Take your 2 favorite animals, cut them in half, blend them together. Now choose that.
Like that.
That screams chaotic neutral. Yeah.
Oh, man. You know what we should do?
Ask a question?
Ask a question?
We should play. All right,
y'all, I am vibing with the music choices that you have. FYI.
Thank you.
You can pick these up at Haven, Travis, if you just really need them. They're like $1. And I would even do, for your cufflinks for formal events, I would do a buy one, get one, so that you could really rock it out. But you do have to provide some pictures rocking your swag. That's all we ask.
That man is a thinker. He took a regular everyday implement and boom, turned into a classy guy.
Oh, this just made me think of one of my favorite movies. That's beautiful.
Okay.
15 pieces of flair. But do you just want to do the bare minimum?
Rebecca, the rules are pretty simple. You're playing. We're going to ask you some questions. You're playing to win. You win, you get the prize. Audience, obviously, Rebecca is going to lose every single one. So you got to be the first person in the audience to get the question right. If you are, then you win whatever prize Rebecca's playing for. Obviously, Rebecca's going to get them all right. Rebecca, we trust you. We believe in you. But Owen with the Haven Comics flamethrower. Sorry, I got distracted there. I want it too. I'll buy one. I'll pre-order a Haven Comics flamethrower. Just slap that on Kickstarter.
Get right on that. It's for all those comics that you hate. You're like, that disappointed me.
Can we have like a tournament of a comic quiz show tournament for the flamethrower?
Yes.
Like everybody comes back for it. Yeah.
We have a lot of rocket scientists in the audience today, and that come to the store. We can make a flamethrower. I believe in them.
Yeah.
Randy is totally on your side here. She's like, you got Astrid, you got the Dew.
Right.
You're good. How awesome is that?
All right.
I'm here for it. Question 1.
Focus up. What is the name of Lord Voldemort's pet snake?
I know this. I know this. I just have to get to it in the memory bank. Nagini. Yes. Okay.
Nailed it.
Yes.
You got it. So, congratulations.
I just had Hagrid in my head. Like, that was just the first Harry Potter name, and I couldn't get it out of the way. And I'm like, it's not Hagrid. It's not Hagrid.
You got it.
Nagini. You're a snake, Nagini.
Yeah. That's the spinoff we need now.
You know, I'm not going to lie. I think a Hagrid finding animals and care and feeding of animals would be a popular show.
Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them Hagrid edition.
Right. Would be way better. I'm pretty confident.
That would be a table, like, as far as tabletop RPG, that would sell. That would sell.
I'd play it.
There you go. I've already given you guys your money's worth for tonight.
Okay. Pending copyright 2021, Rebecca.
But your group is the animals, and you're all playing against Hagrid trying to eat you.
He doesn't eat you. He just catches you.
What? He doesn't eat you?
No.
Kind of a Pokemon, like, reverse sort of thing.
Reverse Pokemon. Stay away from those wackadoos trying to catch you.
Yeah.
Owen bringing it down. The Hagrid actor can't stand up anymore. That's really sad.
He stands up in my heart forever.
Mine too.
Tallest.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now I'm just angry at Owen. He shouldn't have brought that up.
Yeah.
Shame on you, Owen. That's
For
the fate
shame.
of us big dudes, man. Look at Andre the Giant. Yeah, that's rough. But Zachary bringing it back. Thanks, dude.
I'm waiting for cybernetic implants to become the go-to. As soon as I can get like some bioluminescent like implants, I'm on it.
Two Brothers comics in the house, and guessing since he hears wackadoos and automatically thinks of one of the brothers, this must be the other brother. This has got to be Nick. How you doing, Nick?
I want to circle back to what Rebecca just said, because we were talking about Hagrid can't stand up. She's looking for implants.
She's looking at cybernetic implants. That's the way her brain works.
I was thinking that she wanted to help Hagrid stand up, and nope, she wants bioluminescent inserts.
Okay, no. Those are not mutually exclusive. Like, obviously, that was the train of thought.
Yeah.
But for me personally, I want to be able to glow in the dark. But yes, no, Hagrid standing up obviously would be step number 1. Like, I'm tier 2 or maybe 3, like people that need to walk and, get around, sure. But anyway.
We just don't want to cut, Josh.
I want to go back to this. You want to glow in the dark business. Yeah, we are, Nick. We're all good. Like a beta fish?
Like a jellyfish.
They make those beta fish that glow in the dark now. We have the technology.
I mean, like Avatar, the James Cameron movie, like that's sort of my shtick, but I didn't know that they made glow in the dark beta fish now.
They do indeed.
I'm about to become a beta fish owner, I guess. So
you can get glow in the dark tattoos. You can already do that.
Yes. Black light UV reactive. Mm-hmm. I've thought about that. The only downside is they fade very quickly.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Well, you just have to keep them covered up except for when you hit the black light. That's all.
Right. Just show them off for the rave.
Yeah. You jump out. Yeah. I've been to lots of raves. That's how I always do it. I don't know about that. I think we should move on to the prize for question number 2.
All right, let's bring it up. Prize cam. What do we have here? Josh, it looks like we've got some gelatinous feely things and then a Scooby-Doo mystery pack.
Ah, there's Ghost Rider. The gelatinous feely things in question would be because Jeremy can't remember the word eraser.
Yep.
Oh. Gotcha.
It's a tough one.
And then we got these little Scooby-Doo goo crew critters. They're kind of like action figures, more like they don't really move. They have very limited range of motion. But they are
they're
fun.
not action. They're just figures.
Yeah, that's about right. Nick has got to go, but he's got to cheer on the U.S. When we get to the Canadian question. We'll think about that in your honor. Okay, she's got the various color glow-in-the-dark fish.
Very cool. Very cool.
All right, so for this fantabulous prize that you could never win anywhere else on the planet, we have this question for you. Prepare your mind. In the Red Rising book series, what is the name of the pet fox of House Telemachus?
Sophocles. Yep.
Bonus points if you know how many times Sophocles has been cloned and how old he is.
Man, I want to say he's on clone 230. I can't remember. I don't remember.
The intel we have, he's been cloned 21 times and is over 700 years old.
Okay. I have a bad habit of putting extra like powers of 10 on numbers or not enough. Like if I get a number wrong, normally it's by a huge amount, like adding a 0. And so my first thought was like 23. And then I'm like, I think it's more than that. So that's like 230. So, when I was in college, I met a guy who shaved his head. So wow, that's commitment. That's commitment. Not only did he get a glow-in-the-dark
tattoo on your head
tattoo. Yeah, that's
Hey, good night, Sherry. Thanks for joining us. And yeah, bring Panda by anytime. We love that dog. And we love you too. But yeah.
I need a picture of Panda now. I need somebody to share a picture of Panda.
He's this little fluffy black and white dog that has never met a stranger, loves everyone. He's got the face of an Ewok, and he's got a double row of teeth on the bottom. He's kind of like the little dog thing in Dark Crystal. That was like open his mouth like this, and he had double row of teeth in there. He's kind of like that, except all smiles. He's the cutest thing you ever saw.
I'm here for that energy. I like that.
What's a juggalo? That would be a fan of the Insane Clown Posse, which is a ridiculous band that some people love.
Aaron, you're in
so
Florida.
It's not just nerd trivia tonight. Like we're covering all bases.
You learn all kinds of stuff tonight.
I gotta say, I feel like that shows tremendous self-control to put it on his head. So if he wanted to, his hair could grow out. He could wear a hat. It's not on his face, not on his fingers. He could choose to share it or not.
But he made the judgment call to get the tattoo. I think he's inherently had an issue already.
It's also a glow-in-the-dark tattoo. So it's already like only under certain circumstances is it visible.
You love what you love, right?
That tracks.
All right, question 3. I'm gonna.
What's our prize for question 3?
I'm actually proud of this one. I got a bunch of these. These are a series on craft paper that I did. Craft paper being, if you look at this, it is it's kind of a brown, gritty paper. So it just holds ink differently, right? And I think they show really cool. This is Deadpool. I see some love in the chat for it already. So if you guys like these, I will keep sharing them. I got some photorealistic looking ones. I mean, they're not like photorealistic, but I got some realistic looking ones. And let's see in the coming weeks.
So what is the medium that you're like? Is it just acrylic or is it ink, Indian ink, or what type of materials do you use for the craft paper?
Okay, so these are mixed.
Sorry,
media.
I don't mean to derail.
I mean,
we're all about staying on task here. Clearly,
laser focus.
So, like, this is just regular India.
You might want to consider a different finger for pointing. Thank you.
This is regular India ink, and then like when you see white, that's a white gel pen. If you see blue, that's a non-photo blue pencil that people would use to basically to sketch out what they want to do, and then when they scan it, it doesn't show up. If you see a color, then it's typically just a Copic marker. So I did a lot of these for the Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo, and then I ended up not going because of the coronavirus. So I have just a significant number of those cool, I think they're cool, drawings to give away.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah, put that Nerdy 30 logo on there since Deadpool's turning 30 now.
Deadpool's turning 30?
Yeah, weird, isn't it?
Really?
Yeah. New Mutants number 98. First appearance.
Older than Deadpool?
Yeah.
Huh. That's weird.
Okay, I am too.
Well, I mean, but
come on now. Why don't you have to jump on the old man train too? God, I catch grief for that. So for this original art piece, Jeremy has a question for you.
In The Hobbit, where does Bilbo Baggins find the One Ring? And I have to stop. It is a geographic location in or on Middle Earth. You can't say Middle Earth.
Bilbo the Hobbit. All right. He gets it when he. Oh, wait, no. Okay. All right. I have two paths cross in a forest. I'm seeing oh man, I'm getting the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit confused now. And I'm sorry. All you like Tolkien diehard fans who just want to throw rotten tomatoes at me now. But I remember getting it from Smeagol Golem in the cave. And I remember finding it in a forest when like the Nazgul were chasing. And neither one, I mean, even with those two memory banks, like neither one of those answers the question accurately because I don't have like the geographic name there. So I'm not sure I'll get there even with talking it out the way that I am.
You got to say something. You're wrong if you say
You're
something
doing well
wrong.
talking it out, so you've got a shot.
Yeah.
You've searched the memory banks. You've come up with something. Where's your heart telling you?
I think it's going to. Okay, so my heart is going to say it is in Smaug's cave, talking with Smeagol Golem.
No. I think
Smaug was in a totally different location.
I think we went ahead and awarded it. We accidentally pulled the right answer up. It is the Misty Mountains. I gotta say though, Zach, show some confidence. We want exclamation points. You can be wrong.
Right, yeah. Double down, don't back down. Also, I wasn't looking at the screen. So yeah, even if you pulled up the answer, good on you, because I was in the Rolodex in my brain trying to go back through.
Yeah, it was. It wasn't even in Smaug's lair. It was in a cave. It was in a tunnel outside Gollum. It was in a cave outside, or a tunnel outside his lair. And then Bilbo got hit on the head and all that stuff. And that was in the Misty Mountains. Smaug was at the Lonely Mountain, further out in Erebor. I could go on at length.
Apparently,
I will choose not to do that and spare you all.
I'm sorry, Josh. I disappointed you.
It's okay.
But somebody
disappointed you many times.
Right.
I want everyone to know I've seen that movie. The end. I've seen it. Moving on.
He doesn't see many movies, and the ones he does see are usually garbage.
Yeah. They're garbage.
He's like, why do all these movies suck? I'm like, well, dude, you're watching garbage movies. Try watching good ones.
Yeah, like, Bill and Ted. Terrible movies. All right, so question 4, Josh.
I just want to kick him in the teeth. What's our prize for question 4, Jeremy?
Let's pull up the prize cam. We have 2 second printing. I think one of these is a third printing, but they're, not first run, but they're variant prints of just some really cool books. We got Department of Truth, which is crazy. Everybody, it's polarizing. You love it or you hate it. And then we've got Champions, which is just fun. I mean,
Champions is fun. It's a fun team.
Yeah.
I mean, look, he's about to punch somebody. He's just got the biggest smile on his face. Like,
everybody's punching.
I'm having a great time.
It's a lot of happy punching going on. Yeah.
Those guys are
and it's
free.
not because he's a misanthrope and he enjoys punching people. It's just because he's a genuinely happy person.
Mm-hmm.
And the punching is just secondary.
Yeah.
Tracks.
So this one, you're going to have to reach way back in the memory bank for this one.
Okay, all right.
Way back.
Can we just circle back to the very beginning where Josh was like, I really want you to get this comic. Like, I really hope you get this prize. And now we're at this point where he's like, you're going to have to really try to win this prize.
No, you just got to cast your mind back. You're going to have to, that Rolodex is going to have to spin for a minute because this is way back there.
All right.
I will say, though, you have like a 1 in 8 chance.
Okay. All right.
That's about right. So, in season 1 of Sesame Street, what color was Oscar the Grouch? Note, he did not turn green until season 2.
Huh.
Yeah.
Well, this I have
knowledge.
already.
We've got Jake Snellgrove with us tonight. Rock on. Welcome back, Jake.
I've already learned something because I assumed that he was always green.
I would have thought that too.
Maybe 1 in 7 because green is knocked out.
Right. I mean, to be fair though, like I don't know if we are strictly talking primary colors. I would assume so since it is Sesame Street, but who knows?
You can get as specific as you want, but we'll go back to the top-down primary color.
Gotcha. I think I don't think they would have gone with yellow. I feel like yellow is Big Bird's color. I don't think they would have gone with red either. So I think just by process of elimination there, I'm going to guess blue. That's what I'm saying.
I'm very sorry. Not this time. Let's find the first person that said the right answer.
Now, Grover was blue. Cookie Monster was blue.
Mm-hmm. Right. And I was like, well, they've already doubled up on blue. So obviously they favored it. Why not throw another blue one in there?
It's good logic. It was orange. So Zachary Jordan. Wait, Zachary Jordan said blue?
Blue.
Hang on, you got to scroll up a bit.
Wait, no.
You got to keep
scrolling. Did anybody get it right?
The first one I see is from Christine.
Yeah. Okay. Christine May says it's orange. It is orange. Sesame Street debuted in 1969. So that's crazy old. A little older than Deadpool. So that begs a real question, though. Did living in a trash can turn him green?
He got gangrene.
Is he actually orange? And he just needs some help?
Is that dirty?
That's a really sad thought.
That over fungused. Maybe he's part lichen or moss. And so he just hit maturity and he has dimorphism and he changed colors. I'm really reaching here.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think that tracks very well because he's living in a trash can.
Yeah.
So he wouldn't be getting a whole lot of sunlight. So I don't think green would be the right color if he was like photosynthetic.
I didn't say photosynthetic.
Like if he was covered in algae or moss or whatever?
Well, it could be a fungus, which don't like sunlight.
Yeah.
Okay, all right. A lichen. He's taken a lichen to his trash can.
His trash can.
Hey, no matter what the answer is here, it's gross and sad. I don't want to know
I would be
this.
grouchy too if I inexplicably changed colors and lived in a trash can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's dirty. He's gross. Yes.
Oh.
Let's start a fund to help Crouch get health care. Oh.
Maybe he felt bad for Kermit after Kermit was like, it's not easy being green. And so he just wanted that solidarity. He wanted to be like, hey, buddy, I'm here for you. And so maybe that was it. Just trying to make it happier. I don't know.
It's almost worse if he chose it too. Like, because then how did he get green? Because he's been green for a long time.
All natural, non-animal tested, henna-based hair dye. Duh.
Rebecca, I like
on the regular.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
So,
you're thinking with your heart, and I appreciate that. All right, so question 5. This one is our. Wait, hold on. I always do this. I always jump too far ahead. Our Canadian bonus question, where we ask the audience and only the audience a question specifically about Canada. That means, Rebecca, you have to promise not to answer. And if you don't think you can, if you think you'll spit it out, we can pull you off. It's happened before. There's no shame in it. You're definitely going to get this one right because you don't have to answer it and you can't answer it. That's just the way it works.
See, okay, I told you. Already people guessing.
That is, before we ask the question, the Ryan Reynolds thing, that's like every time I play Jackbox, we always have somebody who guesses Harry Potter for the answer, no matter what, like just right off the bat. So you have to get it out of the way. So now, yes. All right. I think I can contain my excitement. So.
Okay. What recently deceased Canadian superstar actor played the Shakespeare quoting Klingon General Chang in Star Trek VI, The Undiscovered Country? Prize Cam just yelled something at me. Oh, yeah.
It'd be good to see you, Brandy. Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Brandy.
Brandy's a good person to have in your corner.
Man, Zach, why you gotta drag me?
Oh, Canada.
I think I just saw it. Where did it go? Yeah, here we go. Jake Snellgrove, Christopher Plummer.
Way to go, Jake!
Yeah. Canadian superstar actor Christopher Plummer is fondly remembered for his role in The Sound of Music, as well as Charles Muntz, the old man in Up, and most recently 2019's Knives Out. He had over 200 film credits.
Holy cow. I did not know that he was involved in all of that. Wow.
Yeah.
I know he was Canadian.
That's a fine
Canadian.
It's just more proof how awesome Canada is. Prize Cam, can we get a little gusto in that?
That's like Kermit.
That's what I needed.
Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow.
Knives Out was awesome. Knives Out was a great movie.
Knives Out was a good movie.
For Daniel
I enjoyed it.
Craig's like ridiculous, like Colonel Sanders accent. Can we agree on that?
It was bad.
100%. Yes.
I don't know
why. The
why
movie was good, but yeah. I do declare. Do you? Do you? Does anybody declare like that anymore? I don't know.
I'm going to start declaring.
That's how one must declare. If they do declare, they have to declare that way.
I say, I do declare.
I hear the Prize Cam yelling at me, but I don't know what you're talking about, Prize Cam. So whatever you're yelling, I don't know what it is. Okay.
Would it be because you didn't tell people that you didn't tell Jake what he just won by answering that question?
Oh, I thought he knew. It was $25 at Haven Comics. I should have told him. Man, I'm going to start writing all this stuff down on my computer and just have like, what are those things that stick? The sticky notes?
Post-it notes?
Post-it?
Yeah. Yes. Awesome. Jake, you just won $25 to Haven Comics, the best comic book store, exactly where Haven Comics is, probably in Madison, definitely on Slaughter Road, because I think that was a board game store down at the base of Slaughter Road. And then Slaughter Road's not really that long.
It was a Magic the Gathering store, Dark Star Games.
Yeah.
They sadly did not stay open for very long.
Man, it's so hard to make it as an indie business. But $25 there. And I know he's a longtime subscriber. $25 is going to go a long way for him.
Ow!
Actually, the Prize Cam and I watch Knives Out together. That's what I do with my free time is I sit with a computer camera and just watch movies and then lie about it to you guys. Okay, so
that's Twitch streaming. I mean, you're already a streamer and you just didn't even know it, Jeremy.
I got to start monetizing it.
Right.
Turn my hobby into an income stream.
If you figure out how to do that, let me know.
Yeah, exactly.
What did you say?
I said if you figure out how to do that, let me know.
Okay, I will.
So, what's our next prize here, Jeremy?
All right, let's cut to the prize cam. That is going to be Ultimates #1. It is a trade paperback. Is this Finch? I think this is Finch too, this cover.
No, that's not Finch. That's the other guy who operates at the same time as Finch. It's Brian Hitch.
Yes.
Not David Finch,
Hitch and
Brian
Finch?
Hitch. Huh?
Hitch and Finch.
Yeah. Two artists who do have similar styles and came onto the scene at about the same time.
They are a superhero duo, and you cannot tell me otherwise.
It's clear. Yeah. I don't argue that. I think you're right.
I want to look something up as we go over in this next question. I'll talk about it after. But if you win this one, that's what you win. It is actually a pretty sick run. I like the Ultimates.
It was a good story.
That's what got me back into comics in the late 90s, early 2000s?
No. Amazing Spider-Man came out in 2000, 2001.
Yeah. There we go. Because I was in high school until 2003, and that's when I kind of picked these back up. That's why I haven't seen any of the old movies you're ever talking about, Josh. All right, and with
what was that face for, Josh?
That he was in high school in 2003.
Oh.
I'm like...
And I'm old now, so...
That's true.
We're
You're
all
officially
old.
Aged.
Yeah.
All right. So, for the Ultimates Volume 1 trade paperback, in The Dark Knight, what item did the Joker make disappear?
I feel like there's a joke that I could make there, and I'm trying to get to the joke now as I'm also working for the actual answer. But part of me is like, Harvey Dent's face, half of his face, or something like that.
That's hard.
That's hilarious.
Correct, but harsh.
That's a better answer.
I totally dig it. From what I understand, that was actually an improv scene, too, that Heath Ledger did.
Really?
Yeah, and this is where he made something disappear. From what I understand, that was improv.
Oh, man. I mean, my mind goes to, like, a Joker card, but that seems so cliche now. And
not violent enough.
Right. And so but then I'm also like, well, was it a grenade with the pin pulled or something? Because that's violent and sadistic, which is kind of the Joker's thing. Man, it has been a long time since I have seen that movie. I think I'm going to say a knife. Yeah, I have no idea, so I'm just going to throw something out there.
That of all the answers you could have thrown out there, that is definitely one of them. We had a correct answer really quickly, right off the bat, and knife was not it. The first one I see is from Zachary Jordan.
Really?
He walks around the table and he takes the pencil and like shoves it into the table so it's standing there. And he's talking to the group of mobsters around the table, all the bosses. And like this guy steps forward to grab him, and he tells he's going to do his magic trick and make the pencil disappear, and he slams the guy's head into the table.
That's right. That's right.
It was vicious.
And sadistic.
Yeah. Absolutely. I do like making half of Harvey Dent's face disappear. That was pretty awesome.
Hey, I tried.
I like where your brain is at. I like where your thought process.
I'm impressed.
You've worked with me, Josh. You know where my brain's at most of the time.
I do.
Can we stop? Because I love talking about this. I can't talk about it enough. It is, to me, both embarrassing and hilarious. Okay, Brian Hitch, Mark Miller, both worked on Ultimates. Brian Hitch is actually very well known for copying photos and just throwing them into his work. So Mark Miller knew this. He's very good at taking a scene from something, a photo, which is actually something I do too. So I mean, like, artists have done it forever. I take a photo of like a person and I draw that person and I put it in a thing, right? But Mark Miller knew that he would do this to get his pages out quicker. So Mark Miller would very specifically describe panels in a way that Brian Hitch could not Google to get a photo. Because like there's one scene where they're all barbarians, and then if you Google it, it's just a bunch of dudes in football gear, right? And they take the photos and they compare them. So Mark Miller was intentionally like, don't do this to Brian Hitch. And for me, it's just a fun little piece of info. I'm going to share.
All right.
Seems kind of cruel. Like,
I really dug your response with half of his face. That was good. I dug it. So I just dug through my bonus prize stack here, and I got a bonus prize that I think you'll like. If you've never seen this movie, it's on Disney Plus. I think you should watch it. Take a lot of Kleenex because it's based on a true story.
I have not seen this movie.
Greyfriars Bobby.
It's got a dog on the cover.
There is a statue of this dog in real life. It's based on a true story. There's a statue of this dog at this church because this dog, the dog's owner was this old man who died. And the dog would go down every single day to the church, to the graveyard, and lay on the man's grave every single day. And it's these kids who were like, we can't just let him starve to death laying here. And so they took him in and they loved him and took care of him. And every day he would go down and lay on that guy's grave. So when the dog died, they actually put a statue of the dog on top of the man's grave.
My Brynja bear just came in here and like curled up next to my feet as you were telling me that story. And so now my heart is broken into a million pieces. So thank you. Thank you, Josh. Kids, that's what happens when you're clever. You get rewarded with things like that.
That's a real story?
That's a true story. That's 100% a true story.
Oh. We don't deserve dogs.
If you go to that church today, you can see the statue of the dog there on the man's grave.
Where is it?
Scotland, I think. Somewhere, England, Scotland, somewhere in the UK.
You didn't tell me this before I went to Scotland?
It didn't occur to me at the time.
You should have broke her heart a long time ago. So
yeah.
She could go to Scotland and then continue to break her own heart.
Apparently so.
Wow. That's love.
It's pretty profound, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, because I think my dogs would be like, who? Oh, that guy? Yeah, he's not here anymore.
But do you have a treat for me? Okay, you're my new best friend.
I don't know if you've seen our new dog, Rosie, but that's her. She would go anywhere with anybody. And if that anybody had a treat, then she would never leave that person until another person came along that had a treat. She loves people. Lord, she loves people.
My Brynja's like that. She doesn't like other dogs too much, but she just likes people. If you give her belly rubs, that's all that matters. Well, yay! I got the answer wrong, but I won the answer in my heart.
Well, as Owen said, you weren't wrong. It just wasn't the answer he was looking for.
Yeah.
Yay!
He made a lot of things disappear, really. I mean, he blew up a lot of stuff. What about that hospital? That should have been the answer, too.
I thought that was a little extreme.
In the movie?
For the trivia show. Like, just thinking about possible things, so.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
Well.
So what's our next prize, Jeremy?
Josh, you brought us all down. Prize cam, bring us back up. So this is a sketch cover comic drawn by Tom Price.
Local artist.
Great guy. He is probably going to be at the expo. I got to check. But let's zoom in on this a little bit because it is really cool. This guy, what I love about him, he... you can see the love in his work because if I drew that, it would be just like super sketchy. But in that black there, like that's complete. All right, so that's a great sketch cover comic.
That is so clean,
right?
It is.
Yeah,
he does a great job. All you got to do for that.
Who is that standing down there next to him? Because that's kind of freaking me out.
That is from Rick and Morty. That's Mr. Poopy Butthole. Have we not talked about this?
No wonder I don't like it. Ugh.
That's from the Parasite episode.
I'm ashamed that I asked. I'm so sorry now. That's horrifying.
Man.
No, don't. That doesn't need to happen.
You got to branch out your nerddom a little bit. You got to, I mean, people love what they love. This guy is hilarious.
Josh, you don't have to branch out to Rick and Morty. That's
okay. No, Rebecca, we were vibing so hard. And you don't like Rick and Morty?
I do not.
All right. That's fine. You can like what you like too. All right.
As they say on Two Brothers Comics, collect your way.
Right. We both like and love that awesome local artist sketch cover. So that's something we agree on.
Thanks, Ryan. I appreciate that, bud.
I very firmly believe that if you enjoy something, its value is in that you enjoy it. So, I mean, like Josh likes Bill and Ted. I don't hate him for it. Question 7. What part of Westeros was Jorah Mormont originally from? And then one of you guys has to tell me what we're talking about here.
I can tell you. Let's think it through, Rebecca. I know you know this.
I mean, he was from Mormont. Like,
Well, that was his house name, but that's not the name of the place he comes from.
Okay. Oh man. I mean, it's one of the Northern Kingdoms. Because Lyanna Mormont, the much cooler Mormont member of the family.
She was awesome. No lie there.
Right. She was part of...
I would have watched a series about her, just saying.
Okay. Total derailment. But did you see where she has been cast as Ellie for the TV adaptation for The Last of Us?
No.
Pedro Pascal is going to be Joel, and the actress who played Lyanna Mormont is going to be Ellie, and I'm here for that.
I can live with that.
What is The Last of Us? You don't like Rick and Morty. I control you too. All right, what's the answer?
I don't know. I don't know the name.
It's one of those ones. The minute you hear it, you're going to be so mad because you do know. You just can't. You can't find it in the Rolodex.
Yeah.
Do you want to randomly say any word?
It has to be more specific than this.
Than the North, right. Highgarden. I know it's not the answer. That's where Yeah, but yeah, that's at least a kingdom in Westeros.
Yeah. And it was a valiant attempt. So Zach Brinkman's got it with Bear Island. That's the first right answer that we've got in the comments.
Really?
Yeah. What are we talking
Island
about?
was what it was called?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God. I mean, Jorah the bear, but I thought that there was... All right.
Are we still speaking English? What is this thing?
Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah.
It's a fictional retelling of the War of the Roses, essentially, with zombies, with frozen ice zombies, and creatures who control the zombies.
Is that what it's about?
Yeah,
and dragons.
That's what it is. It's a fantasized version of the War of the Roses.
One of my friends,
the Lancasters are the Lannisters. The Yorks are the Starks. I mean, the similarities go way beyond just those basics.
It feels a lot less original now.
Right? I mean, it is an old series, and when you read the first one, like, you can tell it's rather dated. But so who is Jon Snow in real life, in the historical? Like,
they're not all based on real characters, but it's a basic retelling. The Red Wedding is based on an actual event. I mean, that's a real event. He copped out of history and said, let's see what people think about this, and everybody's horrified, but it's based on something real.
Yeah.
All right, so who won that? Remind me.
That was Zach.
All right. Which Zach? There's like 9 Zachs now.
Not Zachary.
Jordan?
Zach.
All right, Zach Brinkman.
Zach Brinkman.
Zach, I'm going to get this to you tomorrow. Okay, and then I got a couple of quick things I need to shout out. Zachary Jordan, you're awesome. You are correct. Rick and Morty is great. Also, Travis Goodwin here. I hate to admit it. I'm addicted to Rick and Morty now, and it's 100% Jeremy's fault. Travis, you're the man. Thank you for that. I just wanted everyone to know it's a universal thing. It's great.
Jeremy, how do you feel about Big Bang Theory?
Moving on. Okay. So, question 8 is I always do this. Got to cue these things up. Okay.
Rebecca, although if you think about it, we just asked 2 back-to-back. This makes the second real estate question.
This one, okay.
The previous question was a real estate question.
This one is an actual address. Also,
because it could have a listing.
Thanks for calling me out there. You're right. Okay.
But if home is where the heart is, then all of these are real estate questions.
I guess you're right, including that snake one from earlier. Josh, what are we playing for?
Oh, you tell me. You have the prize cam.
This is Paul Peterson's Smash Up expansion. It looks like there's a bunch of monsters.
Oh, good Lord.
And that's Rick from Rick and Morty. He looks like he's...
the little bit of vomit drool. Yep. Yeah. That's our Rick.
That guy knows how to keep it 100. Okay, so Smash Up. This is a fun game. Josh likes it a lot. I don't know a whole lot about it, so I'm going to pass the torch to Josh.
It's a card game, tabletop card game. You take 2 different factions, and you take a whole bunch of factions, but you pick 2, and then you smash them up, kind of like Jeremy's cats and dogs from earlier, into one mega faction. And your factions could be things like killer plants and ninjas, or cybernetic bears and
ninjas,
killer ants. It could be spies and robots. They have so many different factions you can pick. That is a themed expansion. You can play with just the expansion, but I strongly recommend getting the core game and picking up a ton of the other expansions because they're a hoot. Fun game. You can play it 2-player, or you can play with a larger group. It works just as well either way. Leslie and I have got we bought the big box, which is nothing but a giant box to hold the expansions. It's huge. And we only have it about halfway full, and we feel like we may have too many cards already.
Oh, wow.
But it's a super fun game. Strongly recommend it. Replayability through the roof. It's a lot of fun.
Is this the one that you pick who would win the fight and you make your arguments and then people vote?
No,
okay.
no, not at all. You've got your deck of cards that contains 2 factions. Your opponents have got their decks that have 2 factions. And then there are cards in the middle of the table that are base cards, which you have to get a certain number of points to win the base.
Okay.
And there's a couple of different ways you can win, victory conditions. But the one is getting to the point, the level you need to win, and you get the points by getting the bases.
Yes. Fight. Yes. Thank you, Zach.
And it's so much fun. Love the game.
Agree.
I think you'll like it. And I think you'll pick up on this real estate question of the night. So,
okay.
It's a constant through nearly all the interactions with Sherlock Holmes. Everybody knows this from one way or another. If you don't know it off the top of your head, you have heard it. It's in your brain somewhere. What is Sherlock Holmes' address?
I just punched my mic. I'm so angry. Oh man. Ugh. If you had asked me that at any other point of today, I would have been able to answer it.
That's how it always works.
Right. And I just got done watching Enola Holmes, which I don't know if you guys have.
Good.
It was, yes.
I enjoyed that so much. I loved the way that they broke the fourth wall in that. I thought she was absolutely fantastic. I would watch another one of those in a heartbeat. I loved everything about it.
100%. Jeremy, I know that you're not big into movies. It's a Netflix movie, so I don't know if that counts, but definitely recommend it. Okay.
Also, I mean, I know who Sherlock Holmes is. I like that one.
Right.
So Enola Holmes, but that one's like a joke, right?
No.
It's
got a comedy to it, but it's not a joke.
Right.
Oh, maybe I'm mixing it up with the Will Ferrell one. I didn't see that one either. I'm a big fan of Benedict Cumberbatch as this guy. What's this guy's name?
Sherlock Holmes.
Oh yeah, Sherlock Holmes. Big fan of him. Yeah. And I dug, of course, Robert Downey Jr., but I haven't checked out Enola Holmes. It's
fantastic, and if people tell you can't make a good, clean, fun movie today, they're wrong, because that's one of them.
You know, I spend so much time on Netflix looking for something to watch. It's like I spend more time looking for something to watch, so I'll give it a go.
Enola Holmes is a really fun movie, and I would watch another. I wouldn't say sequel, because I think it's serialized. The book that it's based on, there's more than one of them. So I think it's. I would watch another one in a heartbeat.
Oh man, yeah, I got nothing. So I'm just gonna throw out a British sounding 1912 Pin Bunny Downton Abbey Lane.
Oh man,
I applaud that. People could live on that street ostensibly.
Yeah. I love that you went for an answer.
I do too. I appreciate
That's the
that.
spirit.
Now, when I pop this up on the screen, you're going to be like,
I'm going to.
That's what I meant.
Oh, God. Yes. Yes. Okay. Touche. Touche.
This one was Zachary Jordan.
It was.
So to this point, I'm pretty sure it is Rebecca and then a bunch of different Zacharys. Everybody's a Zachary that wins. You can't win prizes on the show unless you're a Zachary.
Jake
True,
won the Haven Pesos.
Yeah.
I thought Kristen May or Christine.
Yes. She did win a prize too. Yes.
I got to admit, so the prize cam has, we talked about it, and due to my failure to keep up correctly with, where the prizes go, the prize cam is now on that part. So I don't have it in front of me like I typically do.
Well, you guys are recording this, so you can't always just scroll back and watch. Yeah.
Wait, this is being recorded?
What are you paying me for? Wait, am I not getting paid?
No, seriously, and I'm glad you mentioned that, because we do have some folks who watch after the fact, just to see what goofiness and insanity we come up with. So to those of you who don't watch it live, which you totally should, because we have a blast in here, and the comments are always a lot of fun. if you're watching this tomorrow or Saturday or some other time in the far-flung future, thank you for watching it. Hit the like button thing. Remember that. Because I can see we got a lot more people watching than have hit that button.
Oh, yeah.
I'm disappointed in all of you.
Hey, I want a quick shout
too.
out. Quick shout out to my favorite answer for where does Sherlock Holmes live? Is Christine with cocaine. Home is where the heart is, and
wouldn't opium be more appropriate?
It would, yeah.
in the Benedict Cumberbatch version, he gets his handle on whatever. So, but yeah, I think opium's his choice.
Well, given the time period in which the stories were
Right.
set, that's the one that made the most sense. Yeah. Yeah. I just find it interesting that they chose to have the hero of the character that he's like, let's make the guy a drug addict too. Let's do that.
All right, for question 9, I'm going to cut to the prize cam. I'm going to show off this beautiful print.
By Corbin Michael Delaney from the look of it.
Yeah, Corbin Michael
Digging
Delaney.
those turtles.
Also, thank you, prize cam.
Can you sing the song, the cartoon theme song, Rebecca?
No, I can't.
Is that because you don't know it or because you just won't sing it?
Little column A, little column B.
He's always trying to bully me into embarrassing myself too. Don't let him.
You
Stand
embarrass
up to peer
yourself all the
pressure.
time. You just won't do it musically.
This print is signed. It's beautiful, and you can win it if you get this answer right. Question 9: Who was the third in command? I got a lot of Star Trek questions tonight. Who was the third in command on the USS Enterprise on Star Trek: The Next Generation? Third in command.
I've seen maybe 4 episodes of Star Trek, and I've loved
Next
every single
Generation,
one of them.
right? This is Next Generation, so you know which iteration that is, right?
No.
It's the Patrick Stewart iteration.
Oh, okay. Thank you. That does.
So if you think about who all is on the command deck, pick one of those people, and it's going to be one of those people.
Can I give you a hint?
Wheaton. It's not going to be Will Wheaton. I'll just tell you that right now.
All right.
He was too young.
If you are an Epic Rap Battles of History fan, the answer is actually in Zuckerberg versus Tesla. What's his name?
Tesla?
That guy. Yeah.
Elon Musk.
Yes.
Oh.
So that's how I know the answer to this question. It is not from Star Trek for me. But just a little hint. It's out there.
I appreciate that hint infinitely. And I will say, as soon as you said Zuckerberg versus Tesla, my mind went to the Tesla versus Edison epic
That's
rap
what my
battle.
brain went to too. Yeah.
Right. And I was like, I don't remember there being a Tesla versus Zuckerberg. Why did they pair those two off? But I'm gonna say Riker.
It's a good answer.
Okay.
The right
it's not the
answer.
right one.
Well,
I
what does
think-
he always say to Riker? Make it so, number 1. So it's not him, it's the third in command.
Is it Scotty? Is it the one who has to beam him up? I don't. Is it Janeway?
Scotty's in the
who
original one, not in Next Generation.
Yeah, I don't. Janeway is best way. Riker's all I got. Riker and then Will Wheaton's character.
The
The first
Lieutenant
correct
Commander.
answer I see is from Wyatt Stokes. Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying, Jeremy?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. The Lieutenant Commander is Data,
Really?
played by Brent
Okay.
Spiner. He
Spine.
announced that Spiner. Thank you. He announced that the first season of CBS's Picard would be his final time playing the role.
Data's cool. I like Data as a character. I feel bad that I did not get that right. You deserve
Shout-
better, Data.
Shout out to Wyatt. He's one of our previous guests. Wyatt, we're looking forward to your anime show where Wyatt's putting together a show where He brings somebody on that probably doesn't necessarily like anime as much, and he takes your interests like a wine pairing and puts you with an anime that he thinks you'll love. So kind of a cool idea. I'm excited to see it.
That sounds awesome. Yes. No, I need to check that out for sure.
Wyatt, if you have any episodes or if you have anything laid out at this point, go ahead and drop it in the comments and we'll put it up here for everyone to see. And if not, let us know when you do. We're excited. You can come back on and talk about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's got his work cut out with me because I'm not an anime guy, so he's going to have to find the right thing for me.
There is some cool stuff out there that I think you would really like that actually fits your interest. Like Akira, you would like Akira. I think, based on everything else I know you like.
Such as?
All right.
What do I like that points you toward that I would like Akira?
Superheroes that destroy cities. Are you into that?
I don't prefer the destroying cities part.
Superheroes that have moral quandaries about what they're doing with their lives.
As long as it doesn't get overwrought and that becomes the focus.
It's a straight up good movie, Josh. More to come from Wyatt.
You've seen it?
Oh, yeah. Josh, I've seen a lot of movies.
You guys should have nights where you force each other to watch movies that the other person hasn't seen, but you enjoy, and then like record the commentary.
I would do that. We should totally do that.
I have good ideas.
What is that like?
Always
a superhero? Not superhero. Mystery Science Theater 3000. We could do our own.
We got the spinner rack with us tonight. Rock on. How you doing, Steve, and the spinner rack? Good to see you guys. I thought Brent Spiner was great in the Dana Carvey movie. Oh God, what was the name of that movie? The Master of Disguise. He did the "Am I Not Turtley Enough for You?" Dana Carvey did.
Oh wow!
Then Brent Spiner was the villain in that movie.
Wow!
And
I accept your challenge. Nice.
He had a gas problem throughout the movie.
Zachary, I thought I liked you a lot. I did. Okay.
All right. So we ready for our big closing out final question here?
Question 10. We are playing for. Josh, I'm going to let you tell us more about this.
There's not a whole lot to tell. It's X-Men 45 signed by David Finch, the artist. Great artist. Love his art style. Super clean. Highly detailed. And his signature, a little less clean, but that is a legit original signature of David Finch signing Ultimate X-Men number 45.
Does that say 2014 under it?
It does.
Well, that is definitely a cool piece to have. My favorite thing about his covers is, I'm going to throw that back up on the solo mode. My favorite thing about his covers is that he managed to fit like every single X-Man on every single cover. If you look from cover to cover, he just throws like 5 to 10 on each one. And
but it doesn't look too cluttered or crowded.
No,
right.
They're awesome.
I tell you,
it fits with it. It doesn't look like a bad clip art collage.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Yeah, his Moon Knight is one of my favorite visual takes on the character of Moon Knight. He does a phenomenal Moon Knight. It's all creepy with him hanging around like on like big ventilation pipes and water main pipes and rain all the time. And there's so much going on those covers. But his Moon Knight is très magnifique.
I'm not even familiar with Moon Knight.
We'll have to fix that. Moon Knight's great.
Yeah.
He's Marvel's version of Batman, except he's also like they just lean into the fact that he's mentally disturbed. And he's got multiple personalities. His particular brand of mental illness changes depending on what era it is and who's writing him. Sometimes it's multiple personalities. Sometimes it's paranoia and other things. But he's one of his key characteristics, no matter what iteration it is that he is mentally unstable. And you take a Batman character, just admit that he's mentally unstable and lean into that, and then you throw in this whole Egyptian mythology, Egyptian deity stuff, and it gets. He is a follower of Khonshu, the Egyptian god of vengeance, the god of the moon. There's a reason why it's part of his origin, but it's so good.
I will have to look that up.
Erin is known for her love of French. Yes,
We have
vraiment.
we have to acknowledge a callback here too. We learned on the show Khonshu, real Egyptian god. I thought they made him up.
Marvel didn't just
comic.
create that. That's actually Egyptian mythology.
I've never heard of that either. And
Right.
like I went through the requisite like 4th grade obsession with Egyptian mythology, and I missed that. Huh.
Tony Stark is Marvel's Batman in the money department. Absolutely. Although Mark Spector is also filthy rich and loaded. So maybe Marvel just decided to have 2 takes on Batman. I'm game. I think that's plausible. So to win that signed book signed by David Finch, all you have to do is give me the correct answer to this question. All right? In Return of the Jedi, Jabba the Hutt refers to Han as his favorite what? And I'm pretty sure it was in the closed captioning because he was speaking Huttese or whatever the Hutt language is. When Luke comes and says, "Hey, want my buddy?" and he says, "Get out of here. Your Jedi mind tricks don't work on me, boy." I'll give you a hint. The correct answer is not
Popsicle?
Is also not this.
Or that?
Nope, not even that.
Huh. I feel like Han gets called lots of different things by lots of different people. So I'm just gonna latch onto one. And I'm gonna say it maybe that was when he earned the moniker of the filthy nerf herder. That's my guess.
He is called a scruffy-looking nerf herder by someone, but that's in Empire Strikes Back. And that would be by his on-again, off-again love interest. In fact, Jabba the Hutt refers to him and says, "No, I'm not giving up my favorite decoration."
Ooh.
Because he's got a frozen carbonite mounted on the wall.
Right, yeah.
And I
didn't realize that Jabba had the sick burns quite to that degree.
If you go back and watch, Jabba he's not joking around. That dude he's something.
Nice. All right, so who gets that awesome comic?
I'm scrolling down to find who had the first correct answer, and it looks like it's Alan Breedlove.
Nice.
Congratulations, Alan. So, Alan, you just won that sick signed comic book.
Hang on just a second. Late to the show, but Wheelchair Superhero 87 is in the house. Hey, how you doing, man? He is a regular over on Two Brothers Comics Saturday Night Babylon. Good to see you popping over here. Thanks for joining us, man. We appreciate it.
Hola.
It's great to see how many new people we are picking up. A lot of love
Not
for the
physically, because that's a lot of people, and we're not that strong.
Right, yeah.
Just one at a time. Okay, so let's go back and let's survey what we won today. So I'm going back to the prize cam.
Look at all that cool stuff.
Let's see. All right, so the stickers, that went to Rebecca. Rebecca, you also won the gelatinous feely things and the Scooby-Doo. What do we call it? Just a figure? Just a figurine?
Yeah, not an action figure. It's just a figure.
Zach Bringman, you won the Deadpool art. Christine, you won the 2 variant comic books. Jake, you won the Canadian Question 25 Havenos. Zachary Jordan, the Ultimates trade. Zach Bringman, the Wolverine comic there, the original sketch cover. And then Zachary Jordan, the Smash Up expansion. Wyatt, you picked up that Ninja Turtles print. Wyatt, I don't know how you can fit any more prints on your wall, so let us know how that one fits in. And then Alan Breedlove picked up that Ultimate X-Men number 45 signed by Brian Fitch?
David Finch.
David Finch. There are too many Finches.
David Finch.
All right, too many of them.
Hitch and Finch, the superhero duo we didn't know that we deserved.
Do you think it was secretly the same guy?
No, their art styles are different enough that I wouldn't buy that.
But what if?
I mean, maybe. I do kind of picture like a Tweedledee, Tweedledum kind of thing.
Right.
Where they're just inseparable, and people are like, "Which one are you?" Yeah, I can see that.
You know, I bet they don't even like each other. I bet
they probably hate each other. I don't know.
I bet they competed for work constantly.
Like, hey, I got a new job to draw a thing. Wait, me?
You got that job?
Name, not
I got that job.
I'm sure that's
I choose to believe that they were BFFs.
Is that Brynja?
Yeah, let me.
Hey,
that's
Brynja.
My Brynja bear. Yeah.
Brynja. Yeah, you've got.
She also would not be loyal to me. Like the instant if I died, the instant somebody else had belly rubs for her, nah, she'd be over me.
Just forget you ever existed.
Right. Yeah. There would be no statue on my grave to honor her loyalty, but oh well.
Well,
I want to give a quick shout out again to Owen for writing our questions. Owen, you do a great job all the time.
If also, a genuinely cool human being.
Yeah.
Really, really impressive guy.
If you love the questions, that's Owen. Shoot him a thank you. If you hate the questions, that's Owen. Don't bring it to us. So.
Except for the first one, that was Jeremy.
What did I do?
Yeah, the weird question about cutting animals in half. That was
right.
Hey, you guys make it too hard. If you picked me, it would have been an owlbear. So, I love them.
There's a question here.
But what half? What half would you have gone with?
The owl half.
Okay.
Hey, Jeremy, what would it take to get a sick Deadpool print from you?
Why would you want a print of Deadpool vomiting? That's weird.
I mean, man, people pay for weird stuff. So, number one, the art that I showed, that's actually original. Those aren't prints. All the stuff that I showed tonight, I don't really have any prints of Deadpool. So if you wanted an original piece, if it's a sketch, get at me. I do that real super quick. If it's an involved thing, then we'd have to talk more. I'm trying to stay away from commissions because I'm actually finishing a comic book and then starting to work on another comic book. Thank you, Josh. If you are interested in following along the art that I'm making, you can check me out at Jeremy Bernat Art on Instagram. If you want to talk to me, you can talk to me on Facebook or wherever. You can stop me on the street or at Haven, or you can email me at jeremybernatart@outlook.com and we can talk. I do a lot of art, and I'm going to start doing, thank you. I'm going to start doing just live sketch videos, and we're going to throw those up on Haven's page. So you'll be able to check out some of the cool stuff that I do. Once in a while, I make something all right. If anybody wants a sneak peek of the next comic I'm making, I'm happy to show that off. I have to have one person invite me through the door, though, because I am a vampire. So one person's got to say, yeah, show me. Otherwise, I'm going to feel...
I want to see it.
Okay, great. Thank you. All right. So this is page number 1. I don't expect you to read it. The guy's lamenting.
Because I would have to be really close.
But it's a Ukrainian artist named Igor. I'm going to butcher his last name, so I'm going to do that next time.
Igor the Butcher? Is that what you just said?
I'm going to butcher his name. My name is totally butcherable. My name's been butchered my whole life, so I'm not going to do it to him. But he's a cool guy, and he has done all of the artwork, and now he's just coloring it. And then you'll see more about it soon. It's a small little romance comic, much different than any of the other stuff I've done. You know, I constantly give away the horror comic. I've done some like thriller-esque stuff. But this is just a sweet little, love story. It's not even love. It's just like, boy meets girl kind of thing. So you'll see more about that soon.
I love how you start to sell it and then you back away. It's like a little love story. It's not even a love story. It's just boy meets girl. It has humans.
You gotta play coy. You can't come on too strong. That's classic boy meets girls tactics. Mm-hmm. Come on.
Gotta hook you and then reel back and let you come to me.
Right.
Oh, I didn't realize that you were employing some artifice there to make this happen. I just thought maybe you had dropped the ball there and you were starting to feel self-conscious about describing something awesome. And that you should just say, this is so cool, you should get this.
Everybody, when Josh and I met, he said, can I tell him what you said? Repeat the word.
I don't remember what it was, but sure.
It's pimp. We're a family-friendly show, so I apologize to anyone, but he said, you don't know how to pimp. You got to pimp it. About my artwork, we were at the second Huntsville Comic and Pop Culture Expo. I had just met this guy. I walked into the store and I was like, hey, I'm an artist. I just made this comic book. Will you let me sell it in the store? And he was like, why don't you just come sit in our booth at this thing? And it's like, I didn't even know him. And he's like, yeah, just be part of our family. And he is trying to give me food the whole time. It's just, man.
That tracks. That sounds like Josh. Yep.
If you
I
ever
was
wonder,
raised to feed people. My mom does it. It worked on me, clearly. And I can't help it. I like to feed people.
Well, that's the origin story of me joining the Haven Comics family. I walked in the store and Josh was like, you belong here now.
That was a surprisingly good movie, Jeffrey.
What movie is that?
What movie? Yeah.
Kevin James and Will Smith.
Hitch?
Yeah.
I saw that.
That was
a really good movie.
I that deserves a rewatch. I haven't seen that in a while. I do remember that it was good though.
You were about to lose me at Kevin James, but you picked me back up with Will Smith. So.
Well, see, I started with Kevin James because people might expect Will Smith to be cool, but they're not going to expect Kevin James to be cool.
Hey guys, this has been a really fun show, and I know we're kind of wrapping up, but I pulled this piece of art out to give away, and then, man, I forgot. You
had been doing that lately.
I'm a ditz.
Well, do it now.
But what's the question? Somebody give me a question, and then we'll give it to whoever answers it.
Rebecca, do you have a good nerd question you would like to ask somebody? Maybe something related to Extra Life or something?
Hit us with the good one.
Oh my gosh.
Video games, books, TV, movies.
It's I could do a current question, like a current video game question. It's a small indie game that has been kind of sweeping through Steam lately. Lots of people are playing it, and it recently hit a milestone for copies sold. The game is called Valheim. How many copies? What's the milestone number that it has sold this weekend?
Dang.
Ooh, people are going to be hitting the Google hard for that.
Rebecca, you got some love coming to you.
You do.
In the
Just
comments
give it
there.
to Rebecca.
Yeah.
Should I look at the comments to see who? Because I'm not looking at them, so I actually don't know.
I won't know what the
I
right
have no
answer
idea.
is. So yeah, you'll have to know.
What's the game about?
It is a Viking Minecraft. That's how I describe it to people. It's a survival game.
Do it.
I don't think. It looks like we may have. I don't think
Over
it's
900.
past. Okay, that's what my other half just verified that the number I had in my head is correct, and nobody has gotten it yet. Somebody has gotten close.
So it's not this? Is that what you're trying to say?
It is. I mean, it is over 9,000, but it is more than that.
More than this?
No, it's not more than that.
But more than this.
Yes.
So there we have a
somewhere
range,
between.
People.
Yeah.
So okay.
It's not 1.21 gigamillion.
1.21 gigamillion.
All right, crash. There we go. 4 million. It just passed 4 million in 4 weeks.
Perfect. Crash just said that you deserve this, so if Crash wants to give it to you, now it's on them. Thanks. So that's just Drax drawn on a comic book board. I just had that setting here.
Okay,
so write a to-do list.
Josh was 100% correct. You are very bad at pimping your artwork. It's just drawn on a comic book piece of paper. Just forget about it. You don't even want it. You don't even want it.
It's trash. I'll just throw it away.
Right? Yeah.
Just why put a pencil to.
Why am I on this show? Oh God. Yeah.
Crash is donating this to you.
Aw, thanks,
right.
Crash.
Crash, you're a sweetheart.
We have a very long line of
this
people who
you.
win prizes on here and donate them to other people, and that's always cool.
Hey. The best little comic book shop on Slaughter Road. That's what you get. Just laying around on a pizza box. It's garbage. Nice.
Oh, Lordy. And if you do that too long, you turn from orange to green, apparently.
Yeah, I'm working on it. Since quarantine started.
Full circle.
Turning green.
There we go.
I showered today for the first time in 3 months, it feels like. You guys, I took a shower for you. You're welcome.
That's awesome. We appreciate that. Thank you so much. Thank you for coming on the show. We had a great time. This was a lot of fun. Everybody who tuned in and played along, thank you for doing that. We had a great time. Hope you guys had a good time too. It's fun every week. So come out to Haven Comics if you to pick up your prizes. We'll hold them for a couple of weeks. And eventually, if the box fills up and you haven't come to get it, we'll recycle your prizes and give them away to other people. That's how that works. But come out to Haven, hang out with us. We're not this much fun in real life.
No.
We're more fun in
They're
real life
lying.
because there's more food that way. But thanks for joining us. We had a great time, and we will catch you guys next time.